Welcome back to another video. It is lovely today. Freezing cold, but the sun's out and it's so nice how the sun just lifts your mood so much, doesn't it? Right, let's get this lot fed. So the horse has been fed, they're nice and happy now, but I thought I'd show you where we're at. Look, trees still everywhere. I think you would have seen the tree vlog and a show vlog at least before this vlog, but it has been days since the trees have come down, so we are still in utter chaos everywhere. But yeah, that's something I can't deal with because I need a chainsaw to cut it up and I can't use a chainsaw. I have at least cleaned the bottom of the bark chip arena up of all like branches and everything. There is only one log down there that I physically can't move, but I can now at least lunge the horses down on that bottom bit because we can get round that log. Some bits of fencing are still missing, but it's okay, it's workable down that end. This end is still a complete disaster, but I am hoping that today, we've had sunshine for a few days now, so I am hoping this afternoon, fingers crossed, I can try and get out in the field to ride today. That's sun right behind me. Yeah, I haven't ridden in the field since last year, and of course with the bark chip arena it was too wet through winter to use it. It gets boggy, the bark chip, so when it rains too much it's unusable, so we couldn't use that much. I couldn't get out in the field, which of course show season has started, so this has made it all really hard. But I'm hoping this afternoon get back out in the field, really crack on with riding Willow, because I've done 2 shows already. We are our biggest critics, aren't we? So I have watched back the footage from the shows. I know what I need to work on, or what I think I need to work on. Of course, I'm getting no feedback from the judges at the moment, so I can only go on what I think. But Willow's too fat, so I've added in more things that he's doing to try and get the weight down. So we will do that this morning. I have to be, let me put you up somewhere. That's better. I ain't gonna have achy hands now. Yeah, we're our biggest critics when it comes to our riding. And although I think he feels in a good position at the start of the season, I think I've worked really well at keeping him going. We've not been to arenas much over the winter. Someone did ask why I don't go to arenas more regularly. They are so expensive around here that it's not financially possible, basically. If I went and hired Berry Farm Equestrian Centre, their arena, it is £60 for an hour. I'm a member, so I get it. I think it's £50, but it's still £50 for an hour. Twice a week, it's just not doable. There are slightly cheaper arenas, but they're just the smaller arenas and haven't got the scary things that we will see at our shows. So, but they're still like £30 an hour. So when you're doing it a lot, it all adds up, doesn't it? So it will be so much better as soon as we can get back out in our field. And a lot of our shows are actually in fields. And I think there's so many people out there that use arenas all the time that their horse doesn't go well in a field. Whereas I'm pleased that mine work more in a field and can go really well when ridden in a field. But I'm hoping to get out there today. As I say, he's too fat. So I'm walking him more to try and get the weight down. The sugar beet, he's coming off of once I finish the bag that we've already got. I might as well finish that, but I am cutting down his sugar beet. My riding needs work. I completely understand. I know that. I'm a home-produced amateur rider. I haven't got a clue. I am winging this. I have to be very... From what I can see from the videos, my reins are too long. I'm letting them get too long. And my left arm, I seem to open my hand a lot, and the fact that I've got long reins, it makes it more noticeable. So I need to shorten my reins, keep check of my left hand, but I also have to keep check of my right leg, because years ago I was in a car accident. I was driving and a car came into my right hand side and it done something to my hip. So when I ride the horses, my right leg sticks out, my foot sticks out more. So whenever I'm riding around as it is, I'm very conscious of make sure I've turned my right leg in. So now I need to be make sure I'm conscious of keep my left hand in check and not opening it up. So yeah, I have to fix my faults as a rider to become better for Willow and in the show ring. But yeah, right, I'm gonna crack on with getting these turned out and mucked out, and then we get on with our day. So before I muck out, I'm going to give Willow his walk now. If he was at like a show producer's yard, they would have horse walkers and he'd probably go on that for 20 minutes every single morning before he's even worked like later in the day. So that is what I'm starting up again this year. I did do it a little bit last year, but I'm really going to make a conscious effort of this now because, as I say, I need to get his weight down and I need to get him fitter and stronger. These Royal International qualifiers are so early on in the year that I think it's May, June time, they stop and it really goes into HOYS qualifiers. So if I've got any chance of qualifying for Royal International, which is my dream goal for this year, if I don't do it this year, I'll, follow on to next year. I'll keep going until I qualify. But if I've got any chance of doing it at all this year, I really need to crack on now. So I don't have a horse walker. So this is where I become his personal horse walker. We're going to ignore the fact that I haven't even brushed him off because I had to go to Lewis's parents' evening last night, so they always do it at awkward times, don't they? Go on, walk on. I had to quickly do the horses, then go to the school, but not smell of horse. So yeah, the horses just got dragged in last night, didn't get brushed off or anything. So they're all filthy dirty. But yeah, this is what I've been doing. Just walking him on the lunge. Go on. For 20 minutes every morning. And then working him of an afternoon. Just trying to get him moving a bit more than he was. Try and get him a little bit fitter. I also need to get him to like transitions more crisp. And get him working more. Looking back at my videos, he does just give me the bare minimum. Of course, I ask for canter, I get canter. Go on. But he puts in very little effort. So I seem to be doing more of the work, which I need him to do the work so I can. With rid and showing, it's same as dressage. You need to look like you're sat there doing nothing. And at the moment, I'm doing too much. So I need him to start doing more, basically. But yeah, I'm going to walk him for 20 minutes and turn him out in the field. Go on. So he is all done and out in the field, and we know for a fact he's going to go for a down for a dirty old roll. That's why I didn't bother brushing him before working him this morning, because I knew he'd do exactly this in the muddiest bit of the field. Green grass down there. Grass is growing. I can see the daisies and that growing. So the grass is finally starting to come through. Absolute dirty boy. Certainly doesn't look like a show horse, does he? Oh, you're stuck. He's so tubby he can't get over. Is that no? Give up. So now it is time to actually crack on and muck out these stables. Jamie has just turned up, so he's going to try and chop up some of these logs. We've moved some to make the yard a little bit tidier, but we're getting there. So I'm back at the yard. Jamie did turn up earlier and he's been cutting up the trees, so he's still got the chainsaw going at the moment. That's why I thought I'd do this bit in the car. I'm going to pull Willow in now, give him a good brush off, and then I'm going to take him out in the front field. I'm hoping it's dry enough to get some like serious work out of him today. It's been dry the last few days, but it does like get frosty overnight, so the ground is still not rock solid. Of course we'll be able to walk and trot. Whether we get a canter, I've got to see what the ground is like when we get out there. This is the hard part of not having a school and having to work more in the field. Hopefully we'll get a canter. So what I want to work on today is getting him to give me more, not just settling for what he wants to give me. I want more from him, effort. Need to get his transitions stronger, so it will be a lot of trot walk, trot walk, trot walk, trying to get that push on that first take off a trot, and then we can build on that. If we get a canter, of course it'll be canter trot, same again, so we can get the first. It's building steps, isn't it? Baby steps. Get the first really good canter, and then you expect 2 really good canters, sort of thing, building on it. My left rein, got to contain my left rein and make sure I've got a consistent contact on the rein, because when my reins go long, any energy that I have created with Willow, when my reins are long, then the energy just falls out the front door. So I need to control my left hand, control my right leg, and keep a consistent contact, and just try and get a little bit more effort from him. He's such a good, easygoing horse. He does anything you ask of him perfectly, but he won't put any effort in unless you ask for more effort. I know he's completely capable of it. Before COVID, he was going absolutely amazing. Effort, push, power, everything. And then COVID happened, of course, and then we lost it all. And I'm struggling now to get it back. Not struggling. I'm not asking enough. I'm letting it be a little bit too relaxed, basically. So I need to push me and push him to get the results that I want, basically. But yeah, I'm going to pull him in, groom him, tack him up. I don't know whether I'll be able to put the pivot out. I've broke the pivot. I've not broke the pivot. The pivot still works. It fell over and I've broke the pin on the bottom. So when it goes round, it goes up and down, and you'll get seasick by watching it. I love my pivot, absolutely. There's a review on the pivot on the channel somewhere. It is an amazing piece of kit, but I've emailed them and you can't fix it. So that's a shame, really, because it is, once you break it, you can't fix it. So I will see where I can put you to film it. So here's all brushed off. I'm just walking down the field now to put the tripod somewhere. where we can try and catch everything. Yeah, I've brushed him off as best as I can. I turn him out each day without a rug on because I want him to roll to pull his winter coat out, but I think there's very little tidying I can do with him other than giving him a damn good bath. But yeah, I'm going to tack him up now, warm him up, and then I'll turn the video on and we'll see what we can do with him. So I'm just walking him off. I've come to the conclusion I've always worked him harder. I'm left-handed, so I have always worked more on my right leg and getting him off my right leg because I'm weaker in my right leg, of course, as well, because I had a car crash. It was like 20 odd years ago, but it still gives me jip with the way it doesn't hurt. Just when I ride, my toe points out to the side. So and being left-handed, my right side is weaker. So I've always paid more attention on getting him off of my right leg and round that way, and never thought much of my left leg because I've always been stronger. It's never been a problem. But clearly I need to work on that more because he is taking the mickey out of that now. So just need him to, that's why I think I'm opening my hand up to help him round the corner, because he really is not listening to my leg and bending round it. So work more on that, and that will hopefully then settle my hand. He is over listening to an extent. I don't know whether we can leg yield. I've never paid attention. I put my leg on, he moves over. That's all I want. Whether we do it correctly, I don't know. Over. So yeah, I can move him, just clearly not as much as on the right. So I'm using my left hand to compensate for that. It's still too slippy out here, sadly, to get a canter. We're on the right edge of it now. Everything needs to be rolled, seeded, harrowed and everything before it gets too hard to do that, but it is still a little bit soft. So yeah, I haven't cantered him out here today. It's not worth the risk of him slipping and falling over. But yeah, he worked really well. I'm pleased with him anyway. So yeah, just gonna cool him off and then I'll take him in